Gentleman that I've known since the Reed Hunt days, and an outstanding leader of the FCC, Chairman Julius Janikowski.
Well, Brian, thank you very much. Clearly, we practiced that. Listen, thank you to the E9-1-1 Institute, 911 Industry Association, 911 for Kids, NINA, APCO, NASNA, NAED. Seeing all those acronyms strung together felt like reading my son's text messages. Now, not only do I thank you for this recognition, my mother thanks you. She still hasn't gotten over the fact that I never became a doctor. And seeing me recognized by a group like this, dedicated to saving lives, is the fulfillment of a lifelong dream for her. I think it's pretty cool, too. And being with you feels very familiar to me. It's some of you know this. It's been a while, but I was certified as an EMT and taught CPR. This was while I was in college. I worked with the Columbia area volunteer ambulance. To make a little spending money, I also worked for a private ambulance company in New York City. Now that was something. One of the drivers I worked with loved nothing more than driving very fast the wrong way up one-way avenues in Manhattan. So I decided that law and business might be a wiser career path for me. But I've always admired, deeply admired, the men and women who make emergency response their career choice. Thank you to all of you here tonight for dedicating your careers to helping others and saving lives. I also, it's such a privilege for me to be here with the honorees tonight. I congratulate each of them for their heroic work. Now, a couple of words. Back when I was an EMT, the big change, this is a long time ago, the big change in technology was from rotary phones to push buttons. It's really true. When I started working for the college newspaper, which I also did at the time, there was manual typewriters. The communications world has changed in so many dramatic ways since then. Mobile phones, the internet, and that change has accelerated in recent years. In 2005, not that many Americans sent text messages, and the average cell phone subscriber sent around less than 2 texts a day. Today, it's about 20 texts a day. The average teenager sends over 100 texts a day, and that tells us something about the direction this is going. In 2005, only 18% of US cell phones had cameras. Now almost all of them do. A growing number can also shoot video. Everyone here is familiar with the trends in 911 calls, over 65% now on mobile. Now, all of this is consistent with what I suspect most of us see with our families. 5 years ago, my son didn't text. Now it seems like he and his friends don't do much else. 5 years ago, my mother didn't know how to take pictures with her phone and zap them to her grandson. Now she does. 5 years ago, if I told people you can't text 911 or send pictures to 911, they would have said, so what? Today, when I tell them that, they think I can't be serious. How could that be? As all of you know, that's the sad truth. There's a gap between what ordinary people now do every day with communications technology, with the devices in their pockets, and the capabilities of our emergency response network. The gap is unacceptable. The gap costs lives. No one knows it better than you do. Think about it. Why do most parents finally relent and get their kids their first cell phones? For safety. How do kids primarily use those phones to communicate? They text. Yet if your kid winds up in an emergency situation and texts 911 for help, that call will go unanswered. If someone witnesses a crime, takes a picture and tries to send it to 911, the call center can't receive it. If a deaf person wants to communicate with 911 using text, she can't. Makes no sense at all. Now, make no mistake, 911 and our emergency response network are a remarkable success story. You handle 650,000 calls a day. You've done your best to take advantage of new technology. For example, implementing enhanced 911, which allows call centers to immediately identify the location of the caller. You've done many other things too, but today's 911 system still doesn't support the communications tools of today and tomorrow. No text to 911, no pictures, no video, there's no excuse. We have to change, and we're doing everything we can at the FCC, as we know all of you are. As recommended in the National Broadband Plan, which Brian mentioned, we've initiated a proceeding to ensure that the public has access to broadband technologies to communicate with 911 dispatchers and to accelerate the deployment of next-generation 911. We've issued an order to improve 911 by enhancing location accuracy requirements for wireless service providers to be sure first responders can find those who call 911 from their mobile phones. Next month, I'll ask my colleagues to consider at the Commission's open meeting a proposal to help improve the reliability and resiliency of our emergency response infrastructure. All of these efforts are being driven by Admiral Jamie Barnett, who is here tonight, and the outstanding staff we have working on public safety issues at the FCC. Let's thank them for their service and for their incredible work. I really do appreciate this award. If it's meant to indicate that we at the FCC have accomplished our task, I can't accept it. But on behalf of all of us at the FCC, I take this award as a challenge to do everything in our power to harness new technologies to support first responders and save lives. Let me close with a quick story. Brian mentioned that I visited a couple of the 911 call centers in this area. Several months ago, I visited the 911 call center in Arlington, Virginia. And during my visit, one of the officers made a point of pulling me aside. He said to me, "A lot of people think we don't get it when it comes to the latest technology, that we don't want change. That's just wrong." He wanted me to know that no one wants it more than we do. What I said to him then is what I want to say to all of you tonight. I know that, and we're going to get there. Our first responders are American heroes, and we're committed to working together with you to build a 21st century 911 network so you can do your jobs and save lives. Working together, we're going to build a safer America. Working together, we're going to get there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we're going to enjoy dinner, and then in about 30 minutes or so, we'll return to the program. So please enjoy the meal, and we'll come back in about 30 minutes. Thanks.
But my heart is riding on your wings. So if you see them anywhere, Won't you lead me there?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage E9-1 Institute Executive Director, Greg Rohde.
Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the meal. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the president of NASNA, Richard Taylor.
Thank you, Greg. It is an extreme honor to be presenting the first award tonight, and it's even a greater honor when you're able to give an award to a group of individuals that you've had the privilege of knowing for many years and seeing their work and being a firsthand witness of their work. The Outstanding 911 Program Award is given to Laverne Schwinder and the Greater Harris County 911 Emergency Network of Houston, Texas. The Outstanding 911 Program Award. Go ahead, you can clap, it's fine. The Outstanding 911 Program Award recognizes an innovative and forward-looking plan to enhance the future viability of public emergency communication systems. The Greater Harris County 911 Emergency Network is an excellent example of an approach to efficient, reliable public safety services through an eye to call taker training, professional growth, technological development, and community involvement and education. Their recently completed headquarters and is a Silver LEED certified, a hardened, secure facility that houses all 911 systems. It serves approximately 20% of the Texas population in 49 cities and 2 counties, and has a self-managed in-house alley database. They have implemented and they have upgraded their internet protocol, their IP network infrastructure, to include diverse wireless and wireline paths for optimal redundancy and preparation for future applications for next-generation technology. Furthermore, Greater Harris County 911 has demonstrated a deep commitment to public education at the community, at the state, and at the national level. Their multifaceted approach has allowed the program to lead the way in the mission-critical emergency communications technology. Accepting the award for Greater Harris County Emergency 911 Network is their chairman of the board, Russell Rao, along with his team from Greater Harris County 911 Emergency Network of Houston, Texas. Please welcome them to the stage.
Accompanying Laverne Schwinder and representatives of the Harris County 911 Emergency Network is 911 Institute board member and sponsor Timothy Lorello of Telecommunications Systems Corporation. Award sponsor TCS.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome APCO's International Executive Director, Mr. George Rice.
Good evening, everyone. I'll say a quick comment before moving into the next 2 awards, but I think it's fairly auspicious that we find ourselves this evening in this building named after President Reagan on the day that is the 30th anniversary of the attempted taking of his life and the injuries that Jim Brady suffered and the Secret Service suffered as well. So in honor of those individuals and the legacy of President Reagan, I'd like us to take just a couple of seconds in honor of everything we do in emergency communications and everything they did as well. Thank you very much for that. The Outstanding 911 Call Taker Award honors a public safety answering point for its excellence in key emergency communications areas, ranging from the handling of emergency situations reported to 911 to the deployment and management of new technology. The City of Aurora Public Safety Communications Department has managed to exceed standards in the areas of training, customer service, and teamwork despite the challenges of budget constraints and new staffing requirements. Over the past several years, the department has overhauled existing training programs and implemented new ones, including a very successful 3-year cross-training program in police and fire dispatch for call takers. They are also in the end stages of developing the Leadership Project, a research-based 12-course program aimed at leadership development. The course has caught the attention of the University of Phoenix, which is offering college credit to the employees who complete the program. In addition to employee morale, their mentoring programs, the department offers an extensive volunteer-based 24-hour peer support program. Volunteers are rigorously trained to offer support and referrals for their colleagues in dealing with personal stress, work-related stressors, and critical incident stress and grief. Thanks to these improvements, the department now enjoys a 100%, I'll say that again, 100% new hire retention rate, a significant reduction in overtime, high employee morale, and excellent service to the City of Aurora. The Aurora Public Safety Communications Department has become a model for training and leadership. Please join us in welcoming the City of Aurora Public Safety Communications Department. The 911 Technician Award honors an individual or organization in the commercial sector that has demonstrated exceptional contributions towards the advancement of emergency 911 communications. As a member of the Verizon team, Michael Alwes has supported the Fairfax County Department of Public Safety Communications and other PSAPs in Northern Virginia for over 20 years. The department relies heavily on Michael for his help and expertise with everything related to their 911 telephony systems. He is a capable multitasker and offers quick, effective resolutions of tasks and issues that arise. As lead technician, Michael is responsible for the smooth transition as the department moved to a new facility and nearly doubled the number of call takers. He enjoys the respect and appreciation from PSAP officials and industry colleagues.